We are becoming a diverse family. We are becoming a diverse family. In his letter to Christians, Jesus' best mate John writes this: "See what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God." This is perhaps the most beautiful and the warming truth of the great news of Christianity, is that God searches out and he chooses us to be adopted as children into his family. The Bible says he sets his love upon us and he brings us in close. He's our Heavenly Father and we become his children into this deeply intimate and close relationship with the God who made us. And as he does that for each of us, and we become his child and he becomes our father, he brings us into this family with others. And so as we read the Bible, Christians relate as brothers and as sisters, and as spiritual mothers and fathers and uncles and aunts and children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews, as this kind of sprawling, beautiful, extended family of God in the church. And like any healthy family, being a part of this diverse family of God involves a fair amount of sacrifice, as well as a good many benefits. It's really important to us at the Gate Church how we relate to one another as a family, how we look to support one another and care for one another and have fun together and go through the highs of life and the lows of life together, just like a family through thick and thin. We want that to mark out the way we relate to each other. In fact, often we describe our Sunday gatherings, in the good old days when we could have them, hopefully we will soon, we describe them to people like a big family gathering. It's the family coming together for a big event, and our community groups act like these kind of smaller subsets of the family unit. And we've worked hard at cultivating a culture and an experience of family life together, all because we share the same dad. God has brought us into this family. But here's a really beautiful thing about God's family that we see in the Bible from the first page to the last, is how incredibly diverse this family of God is. You see, God delighted to make humanity all kinds of shapes and sizes. He delighted to make us two different sexes. He delighted to make us all kind of colours and tones, all kinds of cultures and languages and different ages and styles and preferences and features and characteristics and personalities and temperaments, and all of these just different ways in which we are different to one another. And all of this beautiful difference is to be celebrated, enjoyed, respected, cultivated, honoured and upheld. And in a city like Birmingham, and in a community like ours with our hyper-diversity, there's so much to enjoy. And yet there's also much to protect, isn't there? Because this year of all years, we are so aware, aren't we? We're painfully reminded of the threat of disunity through things like injustice and prejudice and mistrust and inequality and abuse of power that so many people experience and so many people around us in our church experience. Listen, it is only ultimately the gospel of Jesus Christ, only the good news of who he is and what he has done and what he is now doing in his people, in his church, that can break down all of that potential, all of that great potential for division and disunity. It is only the good news of Jesus Christ that can create this beautiful, diverse unity that we all so desperately crave and long for and are seeking. But we need to work hard on applying that gospel to our church culture. Applying it deeply so that we value and honour others, so that we enjoy the differences in others, so that we remove all cultural and social barriers to others from being part of us and amongst us, so that we humbly learn from others, so that we prize and pursue and protect diversity, and so that we safeguard the unity that we are given and that we have in Christ. You see, if we do that, then we will become a beautifully diverse family. and we will stand out a mile in the city of Birmingham. Praise God, in some ways we already do. We want that to become more so the truth. Let me just give you one thing that this looks like in practice. There's loads of things this might look like, but one is this. Why not, rather than just investing in and building friendships with and spending time and talking to and hanging out with people who you're naturally drawn to, who it's easy to do, who are just maybe like you, feel familiar and easy. Why don't you deliberately try to build friendships, to reach out to spend time with, to invite over, to go for a walk with, go for a drink, have a meal, with people who you know are actually quite different to you in age or background or culture or experience of life or whatever else. Spend time with them. Be curious. Enjoy spending time with them. Get to know them, so that we become a diverse family.